For decades, Arnold Schwarzenegger has dominated action cinema with larger-than-life roles, from the unstoppable Terminator to the wisecracking detective in Kindergarten Cop. His filmography is a testament to charisma, physicality, and relentless ambition. Yet among his many blockbusters, one stood out as the project he believed deserved a second chance. The Running Man, released in 1987, the dystopian thriller showcased Schwarzenegger as Ben Richards, a wrongfully accused man forced into a deadly game show. Now, nearly 40 years later, a bold new remake has arrived, and Schwarzenegger couldn't be more thrilled. The actor recently attended the premiere of the 2025 version of The Running Man, directed by Edgar Wright and starring Glen Powell in the lead role. Meeting Powell and Wright face-to-face, Schwarzenegger didn't hold back his enthusiasm. "This is the only movie of mine I always wanted remade," he declared. "You've taken it to another level. The action is creative, explosive, and unforgettable." His praise wasn't just polite. It was genuine, rooted in a long-held belief that the original, while entertaining, never fully realized its potential. The 1987 film, directed by Paul Michael Glaser, was loosely adapted from a novel by Stephen King, written under the pseudonym Richard Bachman. Set in a totalitarian future, it followed Richards, a former military captain framed for a massacre. To clear his name and support his family, he enters The Running Man, a sadistic television spectacle where contestants are hunted by flamboyant killers for public amusement. Schwarzenegger's portrayal blended brute force with sly humor, battling stalkers like Professor Sub-Zero and Buzzsaw while dodging host Damon Killian, played with smarmy charm by Richard Dawson. Critics at the time found the film campy and uneven, though audiences embraced its high-energy chaos. Schwarzenegger, however, saw untapped depth in the premise, a scathing satire of media manipulation, government control, and society's thirst for violence as entertainment. The concept was ahead of its time, he reflects. Reality TV wasn't big yet, but look at where we are now. The story could hit even harder today. He longed for a version that leaned into the social commentary while amplifying the stakes and spectacle. Enter Edgar Wright, the visionary behind Baby Driver and Shaun of the Dead, and Glen Powell, the charismatic star of Top Gun, Maverick, and Twisters. Their take reimagines The Running Man for a modern audience, preserving the core narrative but infusing it with cutting-edge visuals, sharper dialogue, and a grittier tone. Powell's Ben Richards is less a quip machine and more a desperate everyman, haunted by loss and driven by defiance. The supporting cast, William H. Macy, Lee Pace, Coleman Domingo, Josh Brolin, Michael Cera, Emilia Jones, and others, brings depth to a world where entertainment is a weapon of oppression. Before production began, Powell sought Schwarzenegger's blessing, aware of the iconic shadow he'd be stepping into. Through a mutual connection, Schwarzenegger's son Patrick, a close friend, Powell arranged a video call. Arnold was incredibly generous, Powell recalls. He shared stories from the original set, gave advice on the character, and wished us luck. It meant everything. Schwarzenegger's approval wasn't just ceremonial, it reflected his investment in seeing the story reborn. At the premiere, the mutual respect was palpable. Wright gifted Schwarzenegger a prop $100 bill featuring his face, a nod to the original's in-world currency. "Ben Richards meets Ben Richards," Wright captioned a photo of the trio. "Arnold's support has been a dream. He loved the finished film, especially his face on our money." Schwarzenegger's grin said it all. This was the redo he'd envisioned. The new film expands the game show's universe, introducing deadlier arenas, more nuanced killers, and a resistance movement fighting the system. Technology plays a bigger role. Drones, holographic decoys, and live-streamed executions amplify the horror. Yet the heart remains Richard's fight for truth in a world of lies. Powell trained rigorously, blending parkour, combat, and endurance to honor Schwarzenegger's physicality while carving his own path. "Arnold set the bar," Powell says. "I didn't want to imitate, I wanted to evolve." Schwarzenegger's career offers context for his singular desire to remake the Running Man films like Predator, Total Recall, and True Lies were genre-defining hits, their legacies secure. Remakes of those felt unnecessary, even sacrilegious. But The Running Man always struck him as a missed opportunity, a diamond in the rough dulled by dated effects and tonal inconsistencies. "The book was dark, prophetic," he explains. "We captured the fun but not the fear. I wanted a version that made you think and feel the weight of that world." His instinct proved prescient. Today's media landscape, rife with viral challenges, influencer scandals, and algorithm-driven outrage, mirrors the film's warnings. Reality shows thrive on humiliation. Social media gamifies attention. The The remake leans into these parallels with Killian's successor, played by a yet unnamed star, as a tech-savvy mogul manipulating public opinion in real time. It's chilling how relevant it feels, right notes? Arnold saw this coming. Beyond the satire, the film delivers adrenaline-pumping set pieces, a chase through a neon-lit slum, a showdown in a zero-gravity arena, a climactic betrayal that flips the game's rules. Critics praise the balance of brains and brawn, calling it a worthy successor that stands on its own. Audiences agree, packing theaters and sparking online debates about society's obsession with spectacle. Schwarzenegger's presence at the premiere wasn't just ceremonial. He engaged with fans, signed posters, and posed with Powell in a symbolic passing of the torch. "Glen's a star," he says. "He's got the charm, the grit, everything. This is his movie now." Powell, humbled, credits Schwarzenegger's foundation. "Without Arnold's Richards, there's no blueprint. He made the character iconic." The remake's success validates Schwarzenegger's faith in second chances. It also reflects his evolution from action hero to cultural statesman. At 78, he's a producer, politician, and philanthropist, yet his passion for storytelling endures. "Movies should challenge you," he insists. "They should entertain, yes, but also provoke. The Running Man does that."